I am here in Beaver Creek with Justin from Emporium Brewing, and they are getting ready for the Craft Beer Festival this afternoon. Good morning. Thanks for coming out so early.
Good morning, Michelle. Thanks for having us out.
So I heard this is your very first festival for
Absolutely.
Emporium Brewing.
Yes. As consumers, we've been to Blues and Brews many times. It's been a staple for us. So to get invited, we jumped at that chance. We said, absolutely, we got to kick off festival season right here.
That's so exciting. What a fun way to start your festival season, going around doing different events.
Absolutely. There's some of the best names in the business are here. Crooked Stave, 105 West, Vail Brewing. Some of these breweries that we've taken a lot of inspiration from. And so just seeing our name on that list with those guys is it's quite an honor. It's really fun.
That is really fun. So tell me a little bit about, I've also heard that you guys like to brew with seasonal brews. So tell me a little bit about what you've brought with you today to taste.
Well, we try to brew a lot of everything, so there's always going to be a lot of variety. Every time you come into the tap room, you're always going to be able to find something new. Today we brought our Peace, Love, and Pale Ale, which is just bursting with fruit flavor on the nose, a lot of tropical and citrus fruits.
I love that. I love a citrus flavor in the summertime in a beer.
Absolutely. Well, then wait till you hear about our next one. It's our fruited cream ale that we aged on apricots, peaches, and vanilla, and we call that our crusher. And it's just a great, easy drinking light beer for those warm summer days.
It sounds really smooth.
Yes, very sessionable. That's one of the things we focus on. So that when you come into the tap room, if you're trying to decide between a couple different beers, they all have moderate levels of alcohol, so that you maybe don't have to decide. You can just have two, maybe have those three, and then not feel like you need to take a nap after.
That's terrific. So, and then did you bring other beers with you, or are those the two that you're going to focus on for today? Or?
That's the two we're going to focus on for today. To try the rest, we've got some really, we've got a great variety down there at the Emporium, and I want you to come down and see what else we have.
I have a brew question, and I've never really asked anyone this, and my question would be, so like I said, I like a fruity beer. I love to put a slice of lemon or orange or something like that in my beer. Is that something that as a beer connoisseur, you're like, no, don't do that to the beer? Or is that something that, sometimes you brew your beers thinking that too?
Our head brewer, Greg Fetzer, is an absolute artisan, and he can pull a lot of those flavors out without having to add the fruit, without having to garnish it with whatnot. So we can just get those naturally from either the yeast or the hops or things like that. We can just, he's able to pull those flavors out organically.
That's so cool. I would definitely have to check that out. Now, if I am here and I'm having some of your brews and I think they're awesome, and I live over in Denver, where can I find you guys?
So we're on Tennyson Street in the Berkeley neighborhood of Denver. When we all came up through the beer industry in Fort Collins, the Napa Valley of beers, and when it came time to opening up in Denver, we said, where can we find it has that same kind of community feel? And the Berkeley neighborhood being just a large community of family-run businesses just kind of made it feel right at home. Like, this is a spot, like this is where we want to be. It's contagious.
That is, and I love the fact that you can go in there and, like you were saying, you always have something different on tap. I mean, that makes it a lot of fun to stop in more often.
Absolutely. Every time you come in, maybe there's something new, and that's kind of what we're hoping for. We participate in the first Friday art walks down there on Tennyson Street, and that's when we typically release our new beers, so we can kind of participate with all the other artists on the street as well.
That's so cool. Well, thank you so much for coming in here and talking to me this morning, and hopefully you're going to come out and get yourself a ticket to the Craft Beer Festival and come check out Emporium Brewing, because it sounds like they have some great stuff going on. Stay with us. We're going to have a short break with a check of the weather.